Now, yet another Democrat tonight embroiled in a scandal over cozy ties with China. The Biden inaugural committee is returning donations from former California Senator Barbara Boxer after it was now revealed she registered as a foreign agent for a Chinese surveillance company, which is linked to the spying and targeting of the minority Muslim population in China. Remember, as reported by BuzzFeed News over the summer, China has built massive new prisons and internment camps as part of their mass detention of Muslim minority groups in what is considered one of the worst human rights abuses anywhere in the world today. Following the backlash, Boxer announced she would no longer do any work for the company, calling it, quote, a negative distraction. Here to explain, author of Profiles in Corruption and Secret Empires, journalist Peter Schweizer, host of the Rubin Report, David Rubin. You knew Bob Alinsky before anybody else, correct, Peter Schweizer? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. We met a couple of weeks before he became public, yes.
Okay. Now, you also, we did the first interview in, I think it was January 2018, Secret Empires. In that book, you talked about Burisma. You talked about China, Bank of China. Now we have Grassley Graham talking about oligarchs in Russia, $3.5 million wire transfers, Kazakh oligarchs, shopping sprees, all this stuff. My question is this. Is there a lot on this laptop? Because Democrats like to talk a lot about impeachment. Are these issues going to be something that Democrats come to regret? Are the financial problems and other issues I hear might be involved here that bad?
Yeah, they are. We're actually going through those emails, Sean, and there are a lot of deals that were on the table involving a lot of foreign entities. It's very corrupt behavior, and the announcement that Barbara Boxer was actually going to do lobbying work for Hikvision, which is a company that's central to the Chinese national security state apparatus, is emblematic of the problem that we have in Washington, D.C., that, politicians aren't always for sale, but a lot of them are for rent. And the Bidens have had a long, cozy relationship with foreign entities, foreign governments, particularly China, and those just don't get swept away. Those relationships linger, the money flow continues, and any leverage that those foreign powers might have on the Biden families still exists to this day. And yes, there is going to be more reporting on this going ahead by us.
This is business and personal things that are really bad. On a scale of 1 to 10, give it a grade.
I'd put it at a 9. I don't think we've ever had an American president that has been this commercially linked to our chief adversary, which is China. And look, it's obvious to everyone. I mean, you look at Donald Trump, he had some dealings. His family had dealings in China. He had legitimate businesses. You look at Michael Bloomberg, same thing. He had dealings in China, legitimate businesses. By no stretch of any imagination do the Bidens have any kind of legitimate business that the Chinese were pouring money into. It was all about currying favor. The Bidens knew that. The Bidens got millions, and the Bidens didn't care that it put them in this compromising position. And there's going to be much more reporting on this by us in the future.
Dave Rubin, I look at all of this, and I'm listening to Democrats and listening to the media mob, and we're actually going to put them in nice little bins and sections. Because I just think that there might be very dramatic shifts in opinions on these issues in the months and maybe years ahead. Maybe sooner.
Well, people have just had it with the swamp. People have had it with the swamp. It really is as simple as that. Peter's point is a good one, that the Bidens have no business in China. Trump had business in China. Mike Bloomberg, business in China. So that's a good point. But this situation with Barbara Boxer, it's like, she was a senator for 24 years. She's 80 years old. It's like, just retire. Why at 80 years old, as if she's not a millionaire already, are you taking money, not from a Chinese sneaker company, but a Chinese surveillance company? These people they work in government. They don't do much except get rich. Then they work for the lobbying companies. We all know this. This is why Trump won the first time around, because he promised to drain the swamp. And this is why the swamp, right this very moment, as we see the swamp sort of reconstitute itself and get rid of whatever is remaining of Trumpism, it's like this is the gross thing that makes people hate politics. And we really need to rethink it, because it's not working anymore. And people can see it too easily now. They've seen it, and we're going to continue to see it.
All right, great work, both of you. Peter, thank you, great work. When we come back, Project Veritas exclusive tape will show you explosive exposing, PBS's outright hatred of you. Straight ahead.